Yo,
Yeah,
what up,
what's going
bro?
on?
I'm good. Can you hear me well, or is the noise suppression too much?
Um, Turn it
This
down like a little bit.
does this sound better?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect, dude. All right, so
All right. You recording?
I'm recording right now. Of course,
Okay,
I want to
okay.
get your consent. Okay, so we are
Why
live.
you
No,
acting like you did just call me?
I don't. Yeah, fucking. It's whatever. We're out here.
Hmm.
Um, no, yeah. How have you been so far today?
Today.
Mhm.
Not bad. Kind of bored, but you know,
Yeah,
chilling for the
yeah.
most part.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. So, I know you're into music, right, bro? Your shit
Hmm.
that you've been creating, like your album that you've uploaded is fire, you know?
Thank you, thank you.
I honestly, dude, I respect, god damn it, phone notification. I respect the work that you're doing, bro. Um,
Mm.
do you feel like your music career is going to lift off and be like one of the main things you focus on for your entire life?
Well, I feel like just in general, like most people shouldn't expect to ever make like a living off of like making their own music and, distributing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't have that much of a, like, I don't have any want to be like famous based off my music or anything.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Mm. Low key, I
I'd
feel,
rather like
yeah,
have like a more, like steady audience as opposed to just like everyone knowing who I am.
yeah, I
That
know what
doesn't
you mean.
seem appealing.
So you're not in it for the fame, you're in it for the genuine passion of like the art itself.
Yeah, 100%.
That's fire, dude. No, I feel like a lot of people go into their hobbies and want to like make a bunch of money from it and a bunch of fame from it. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, right, if you don't truly like what you're doing at its core, then you're not actually
It's
doing
always going to be disinteresting. Yeah.
exactly, dude.
Regardless of the money.
Yeah. Dude, that reminds me of like being in the moment, being present. Like I feel like a lot of people
Mhm.
these days, they move through life way too fast, or they think about too much into the future or too much into the past
You think
that
so?
yeah, not enough people focus on what they can do today, what they can do now to change their
Yeah,
projections.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I was thinking about that just like last night. I was sort of thinking about how
Yeah.
like incredible it is that there's like always the possibility of like just the fact that you have the will constantly to like make your life better
Bro.
regardless of anything.
Absolutely, dude. And I feel like
Yeah.
everything in life is energy. And this is cliche probably to some people, but no, on a real note, like life as it is right now is literally just the movement of atoms in time. The the
Mm,
the space in time that we're living through right now. And
mm.
bro, everything vibrates. Everything has its own frequency. And there's frequencies that are negative just as much as there are frequencies that are positive, bro. If you're not
Yeah.
at this moment like vibrating at the same frequency of the the things that you truly want in life, you're not gonna get
Mm.
them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Bro.
Like there's been times where like I felt
Mm.
like I haven't known, I've like experienced exactly that kind of thing of just being like in tune in a sense to like what I want out of my life and like not having a way to articulate it. And it sort of feels like you could tell the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so interesting, bro. That's going into what's it called? Manifestation.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Do you believe
Yeah.
in
I mean, I'm not one
manifestation?
for,
Yeah.
not really, no. That seems, I don't know, too good to be true,
Too good to be
basically.
true. I know what you
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, like
Mm.
you can't really just
Do you?
manifest everything in life. No, I think most of life is unexpected. But as long
Mm.
as in the moment you're happy, it's only going to be good expectancies instead of bad
Yeah.
unexpectancies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Like, you can manifest the good vibes, and that's pretty much it. You
Yeah.
can't like manifest something in such detail that it actually happens. Humans don't have that capability. But
Yeah.
like time is ticking as we speak, and what you do now literally affects the rest of your life. So it's like
Yeah.
not a matter of being anxious about it. It's a matter of knowing what you're worth now so that it can be what you are in the future.
hmm Exactly.
Oh yeah. That's like,
This is pretty interesting
oh,
already.
look, yeah, bro. I feel like it's hard to be mindful when it's a competition. You know what I'm saying? Um,
What do you mean, like exactly? Like when it's a competition, what does that mean?
like, you ever heard of this word called self-improvement?
Sure. Yeah.
Like stacking up the habits that make you better, pretty much, and trying to become
hmm
the best version of yourself. I feel
Yeah.
like being mindful can't happen in a sense that you're competing with the world. It has to happen in the sense that you are,
Competing with yourself, or not necessarily competing with yourself, but it has to be more like internal.
I'd say competing with your old self, but being one
Mm.
with your future self and being one with the world now. If
Okay.
I'm trying to explain it, it's kind of like, I don't
No,
know.
I see what you
Yeah, we might be yapping. Oh, I'm getting a call real quick. Do you want to take
mean.
like a 5 minute break real quick?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, give me one sec, alright?
All right.
Alright, I'm back.
Yep.
Took way less than 5 minutes, thankfully. Yeah, I'm, I don't know, yeah. I got a question.
hmm
So, what are your, like, truthfully, what are your goals in life, and what do you want to see in your future? As like a musician, or just as a jit
The
in
person in
general,
general,
as a
as
person.
a jit.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't think I've ever like really thought in those terms of like big goals or like, you know what I mean? Anything like that. I really never have. Yeah.
I see what you mean. So you
Mm.
you feel like you sort of just grow throughout life thinking about the day rather than thinking about like a year from now or 2 years from now or even 3 years from
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's always been like sort of hard to imagine anything in the future. Not in like a pessimistic way, but just in general.
No, I know what you mean. Honestly,
Yeah.
bro, I'm glad you said pessimistic because like pessimistic pretty much means like nothing matters, right? Or
I wouldn't say from my understanding of it, it's more like I feel like most people have a connotation that pessimism is like equal to unhappiness or like guarantees unhappiness.
mm,
But from what I understand, it's like the most positive version of pessimism, I think for a lot of people is like don't expect like like being ready for the worst is the best possible um like perspective.
yeah, like not
Yeah.
expecting too much from life because
hmm
at the end of the day, you're not gonna get the best of.
Yeah.
Actually hold on. Let me rephrase that. There's like a word I heard from this movie. It was like with all three Spider Verses. That's corny to
Okay.
bring up right now, but it was like, yeah, Zendaya said, um,
hmm
if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be
Unhappy or disappointed. Yeah.
disappointed in
Yeah.
general. Yeah, but then like later in the film, Tom Holland, right, the other
hmm
like the one of the Spider-Mans, they beat the final boss or something. And I really do gotta rewatch this. I'm sorry for the Marvel fans, bro, but like he talked about how it's good to have optimism because that in and of itself can bring you victory if you have enough optimism.
Sure. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and they
I agree with
actually,
like
yeah,
both of those perspectives, definitely.
I like that. So you think both are
Mm.
true?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Honestly, I agree with not having such high expectations for life because
hmm
everything is unbalanced, bro. Like nobody's born into this world with the similar circumstances as another. They may seem like
Hmm.
that way, but like truthfully, I feel as though every singular human on Earth is completely different, and they've been given completely different things by, by the universe itself, right?
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Like it would be stupid to say that few humans have the same exact life, because that's absolutely not true.
Yeah, yeah. Because regardless of how like visually or like physically similar they seem, it's like they think of themselves in different terms and the world in different terms.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, dude. I feel like, and it's a blessing that everyone is so different because you see
Mm.
the world as it is now. The only reason you have friends is because they are similar to you, but they're different to you at the same time. Everyone is
Yeah.
different. You just have to find out the people who are different that you like the most. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
Mm.
When was the last time you felt like truly alive, bro? I want to ask you that question.
Truly alive.
Yeah.
Truly alive. Well, probably maybe a few months ago, but like that kind of thing for me happens in like sporadically. Like for like a few weeks, I'll just feel like really invigorated and like full of will. And then it like sort of drifts off and comes back and that kind of thing.
Well, what do you think, like, I want to ask you specifically, what is a singular moment that you felt like you time slowed down? And when I say truly alive, like you're completely in the moment, completely in the present.
I don't know if I really believe that you can be fully in the present moment.
Yeah.
I think you can be like less in the past or in the future thinking about those things. I think you can be like
Hmm.
removed from those things, but I don't think you can be like in the moment, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean. And that is so
Yeah.
interesting, bro. Yeah.
But I think the closest I get to that feeling is probably just like feeling sort of hopeful or just like not caring about what's going to happen in the next weeks or what happened within the last few weeks.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know what you mean. Okay. Do you ever feel anxious for the future?
Mm, not really. No. No.
That's good,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah. So like, you've never been in a point in time where like you feel as though your fight or flight sense is kicked in. You're like, oh shoot, I need to do something exactly like this, otherwise it's not gonna work out for me. You never felt that way?
Not in any like serious way. Not really.
Yeah, I know
Mm.
what you mean.
What about you?
Oh,
We gotta do
bro,
a little
I
give and
appreciate you.
take.
No, no, it's give and take. I like that. Well, honestly, I've recently been taking college classes, as you know.
Hmm.
Right? I'm enrolled at CCD, and I'm not gonna lie, the calculus class is hard on me,
Yeah.
dude.
You were
Yeah,
telling me it was kicking your ass, huh?
it is, bro. Like the first exam, I got a C on it, and then I was like, oh,
Hmm.
okay, that's not too bad. Literally, the second exam, I kind of crammed the last week, where I got a
Hmm.
D. It's not a
Yeah,
good
yeah, you're
feeling at
telling me.
all. Yeah, dude.
Mm.
But beyond that, I've been trying to study. Like
Yeah.
people who are taking calculus, they told me, "Oh yeah, you gotta study like every day." I'm like, "What?" That makes sense,
Yeah.
and I probably would have an A if I did that. But yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
just a drag. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've heard people talk about how these stressful ass classes, right, are gonna be worth it in the end. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't. I'd rather retake the class and get a better grade on the first and second exam, and then continue from there then on. But at the same time, I'm still in high school and I'm taking these college classes. How is that going to
Yeah.
affect my high school grades type shit? You know?
Yeah, yeah, I know
So
what you
like,
mean.
yeah. Like right now I'm sort of stuck in a little box. If I were solely a CCD student, community college student, I would be
Mm.
chilling. But if I was
Yeah.
solely a South student, I wouldn't have to worry about this much stress when it comes to these types of classes. Honestly, I've got a feeling it's gonna be all right. I know my worth is
Mm.
more than school, and I'm sure you know that too, right? Like
Yeah,
people's intelligence and their ability to work hard and do the things that, actually benefit
yeah,
them doesn't just stem from school.
yeah, exactly. I don't think I've met. I know very few people who aren't in some way, whether it be socially or like math smart or book smart, like really intelligent. I don't know probably anyone who's not really intelligent in at least some sense.
Absolutely, dude. And
Yeah.
I feel like a good example of this is our friend Jin. I don't know if well,
Mm.
I'm not gonna say his last name. His name is Jin. Hey,
Yeah. You'll cut that out later.
give me just 1 second, dog. There's been
Okay,
an
okay.
interruption. All right, I'm back. My bad. But yeah, like
You're good.
our friend Jin, right? He is
Hmm.
so articulate when it comes to stuff like fishing, for example, or like riding
Hmm.
around and doing the stuff that he does. He works hard every
Yeah.
day. Yeah, I want to talk about one of our other friends. I'll call him G, right? Greg, the one who does tattooing, right?
Hmm.
Dude, he is working at a tattoo shop right now. He got a
Yeah,
tattoo
that shit is
certification.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, like it got to a point where he knows that university wasn't particularly the path for him, and
Yeah.
there's resources apart from college and university. You can go into trade and get you know, at least some sort of certification to work in a job like that?
Hmm.
And the thing is, I feel like a lot of businesses these days aren't even looking for particularly degrees, but rather experience. And
Yeah.
it all starts from just working, right? Your success, even as like an engineer, even as a doctor with many, many years of college, right? You
Hmm.
are valued less if you're fresh out with a degree rather than
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
having
Yeah. Rather than.
experience.
Hmm.
Yeah. And for for like the medical field and for being a lawyer and stuff like that, it's sort of a prerequisite to go to school for that long and
Yeah.
actually get a degree. But like most people don't realize, bro, some of the most successful and important people in the world haven't used their degree to its full
Ever.
capacity. Then they have like, yeah, then they have their skills, their
Yeah.
connections, right?
100%.
Like the people you know is literally everything. That's the thing. Humans are social
Yeah.
creatures, right? And your network is literally one of the main components of the job you'll get, of how many friends you have when you grow up, right? Of like
Yeah.
how many people you influence or are influenced by. Human connection is everything when it comes to success, dude.
100%.
Yeah, my bad. I've been yapping on for a minute. Tell me what you think about
Well,
this.
I mean, that's the point. That's the point of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's just to, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Mm. Like,
Mm. What are topics we got?
what other topics?
Or what you were gonna ask something?
Yeah, bro, like, do you feel as though the people that you've met during high school or throughout high school will actually, like, help you make bank or at least get a job?
Mm, I think probably if I like
Yeah.
asked, I think probably like half the people I met through high school, if I like asked them about something like that, they would have something like helpful.
I know what you mean, dude.
Yeah.